Everybody recommends using a firewall on Windows, but just how helpful are firewalls? And are they any good for blocking anything else other than just video games? My name is Abdullah. You're watching Candid.Technology, and in this video, we're talking about whether or not your firewall is actually protecting you. So I'm running a Windows virtual machine here, and I have the Shadow Hammer malware open. As you can see, this folder just has one bin file, and just to make the infection all the more visible, I have also disabled threat protection on Windows security. So as you can see, app and browser control are a different thing, but if I go ahead and click on smart app control, just click this off as well. Okay, so smart app control is disabled, and so we should be good to go. Reputation based protection settings, check apps and files, Windows smart screen, let's turn that off as well. Phishing protection, well, why not? This machine is built for getting hacked. Cool. Alright, so now that you can see, I've turned off pretty much every protection setting in here. Let's just go ahead and disable these as well. Some of these changes require me to restart my device, but that's okay. Alright, so now which firewall will we be using? I am using TinyWall. So if I go ahead and show all connections, you can see that it's actively blocking a bunch of different requests on my PC. Basically anything after smart TinyWall has been opened does get blocked. Alright, so just bring this to the side, and we are only interested in seeing blocked connections. I will also go ahead and ask it to block actually no, let's not block everything. We'll not be able to see how it works. So if I double click on this bin file, it asks me how I want to open it. Let's go ahead and use Notepad, and what this gives us is all of the different code inside the file. So this is practically useless. Let's go back and how do I execute this? Well, let's open this folder in terminal, wait for it to run. Okay, and I will go ahead and type in bin32 shadow bin and just run the file. Opens it up in Notepad, but now there is another thing going, and as you can see, it does block a request from SVC host. If I go on click connections, you can see that a new connection has also been established right at this second, and it's currently waiting to be established to this remote IP address, which is 20.198.119.143. There are actually two requests here that are currently active, trying to get through, but they can't. I go ahead and select ask it to block all traffic. So all inbound and outbound traffic on this computer is now blocked. So basically, if I open up Edge and I try to load up a website, let's say google.com, I shouldn't be able to open it. Alright, and that's what we're doing. So as you can see, this firewall is effectively blocking this program, even though it didn't block it explicitly. As you can see, now we have these two items in the blocked section, because they've established connections, but they can't actually communicate. They can't get a direction out of it. And then we have blocked outgoing requests from all of these SVC outgoing requests that you see, which were created right the minute after we're done blocking. So yeah, okay, let's try running something else. So I will now try to run what should I run? Let's run the Dexter info stealer. Go ahead, just extract it. This is going to be password, click on OK, let it run. And now Windows somehow automatically found this, but if I try to run it, operation did not complete successfully because file contains a virus. Okay. Essentially what this goes on to show is that even if you try running viruses on by purpose on Windows, you are pretty much covered with all of the Windows built-in security features that you get. Just to prove my point, I will also run WannaCry and break this entire machine. So let me just extract this, click on extract, give it the password, click OK. And even before I can get to the folder, Windows will just not allow me to run this. And if we look at blocked connections, we have these two connections going outbound, and then a bunch of other SVC host connections which weren't allowed to get through the system. So as you can see, using a firewall on Windows can really help you protect against any malicious file that you might accidentally run on your system. Additionally, Windows Defender can do a great job of stopping malicious files running on the system itself, because as you can see, even with pretty much every setting turned off, it still was actively detecting malware that I was trying to run in the video. And even if a malware gets through Windows security, you can still have your firewall like TinyWall or Komodo Wall in place to catch malware from potentially reaching out to its adversaries. If you like this video, consider subscribing, give us a thumbs up, press the bell icon, and tell us in the comments below what more such videos can we make for you. If you'd like to know more about tech, visit our website Candid.Technology, and if these videos aren't as helpful, do consider becoming a member. Follow us on social media, follow me on Instagram or Twitter, and we'll see you in the next video.